Scott, I want to talk about this. Is it time to change the Triple Crown? Is the Triple Crown its current formula doomed for setup and failure? And is it time us as fellow horse players need to get on with maybe a different system to maybe help keep the sport interested in the future for oncoming generations? And you can see the 2021 Kentucky Derby. Yeah, Medina Spirit. I'm going by who crossed the line first, not doing disqualification all that, but Medina Spirit, first across the line, ran in the Preakness. Mandaloon missed the rest of the Triple Crown. Hot Rod Charlie, started running the Belmont. And Essential Quality ran in the Belmont. See, two of the horses pointed for the Belmont, and one decided not to run in the rest of the Triple Crown legs altogether. And then in the 2022 Kentucky Derby, you had Rich Strike, winner of the Derby. As tradition, he should run in the Preakness. That's the way I feel is, this sport lives off the Triple Crown. No other races generate the kind of buzz the Triple Crown races do. So to me, I don't care if you think your horse can win or not. You run it back in the Preakness. And Epicenter, who got second in that year's Derby and was first turning for home and the favorite in the Derby, decided running the Preakness. And then Zandon missed the rest of the Triple Crown altogether. I think he showed back up in the Jim Dandy that year. And then Simplification, ran back in the Preakness. And then I think he had a bleeding issue in the Preakness and was out for the rest of the Triple Crown. And then, we go to this year. Mage is being pointed to the Preakness as of right now as Derby winner should. Two Fields, Angel Empire, both going to be skipping the Preakness. And then Disarm is, if all systems are go, is going to be heading to the Preakness. Sim and Red Route 1 for Steve Asmussen. But you can see most of the horses coming out of the Derby are not even, trying to go and run in the Preakness. And these are your top four finishers. These are horses you would think easily could turn the tables on one another, different trips, different setups. It's not like you got a Justify or American Pharaoh or somebody like that, trying to run. So to me, I don't see why these horses don't take a shot. Even Two Fields, you can make a case for him, going and winning the Preakness, and people won't be surprised. And same with Zandon, or same with Zandon. He got third in the Derby, was ran out of gas trying to catch Epicenter, but maybe if the distance gets shorter, he could have turned the tables. And going back in the 2021 Kentucky Derby, any of those top four could have turned the tables on one another, as that was a very tight field that year. So I do think we're due for a change, and you can't point out a problem and a potential solution. And my solution for the new proposed formula is run the Derby first Saturday in May, as always. That should be a tradition. To me, the Kentucky Derby is the biggest race in our sport. Let's not change it. Let's keep it where it is. And if anything, I think everything else should run off the Derby. Even the Breeders' Cup, all them races should run when the Derby. The Derby should dictate everything. And then Pimlico meet runs, roughly a week after the Derby through the first part of June. So my proposed thing is run the Preakness on the first Saturday of June, while Pimlico is still a meet. It'd probably be the last Saturday of the meet. If you got to, you could maybe schedule the meet out an extra week or something like that. But, that keeps the Preakness going in tradition, and it gives your horses a month to run back. And I think if trainers had that extra month, then they would – they would actually run their horses and not try to skip over. You got time to get your horse rested. And, you see some of the horses in the Derby that thought they could turn the tables. They might actually turn the tables, if they had a whole month to prepare. And then, the Belmont meet runs all the way through July. So run the Belmont the first weekend in July. Make that a new tradition. Derby first Saturday in May, Belmont Preakness first Saturday in June, and the Belmont first Saturday in July. And I think that way, horses get time. The fields be more competitive as trainers got time to get their horses ready. And later developing horses certainly come along by the Belmont. If not, even the Preakness, being ran in June. So to me, I think that'd be a new, good formula to maybe help save the sport. And I want to hear what you guys think in the comment section. Do we need to change the Triple Crown? Is it doomed? How do y'all feel about the Preakness and all that in general? And that's my take on it. Thanks for watching, guys.